And I am Alexander, and
And
we're
we're
here
here
to
to
introduce
introduce
the
the
game
game
called
called
Dota.
Dota. We all know what Dota is, and Alexander here is going to tell you all about it.
What is Dota? Dota is a series of strategy video games by Valve. The series began in 2003 with the release of Defense of the Ancients. Dota, a fan-developed multiplayer online battle arena (MOBA) mode for the video games Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos, and its expansion, The Frozen Throne. Dota is a multiplayer online battle arena mobile video game in which two teams of 5 players compete to destroy a large structure defended by the opposing team, known as the Ancients, while defending their own.
Introducing the characters. There are at least 123 heroes in Dota, and each one of them has a special role or skill. Of course, I'm gonna not go one of them one by one. I'm gonna pick one of the best heroes to play with. So to start with, the first hero I chose is Juggernaut. Juggernaut is a good carry and one of my favorite heroes. In a flurry of slashes, Juggernaut cuts down his foes, sprinting and spinning into battle. He is reckless, abandon, and nearly invincible once he is able to begin his assault. Stopping Juggernaut can often be as difficult as surviving him. The hero has 4 abilities. First one is called Blade Fury, that causes a blade storm of destructive force around Juggernaut, rendering him immune to magic and dealing damage to nearby enemies. Second is Healing Ward. Summons a healing ward which heals all nearby allied units based on their max health. The healing ward moves at 325 movement speed after being summoned and lasts for 25 seconds. The third skill is called Blade Dance. It gives Juggernaut a chance to deal critical damage on each attack. And lastly, the ultimate. It's called Omnislash. Juggernaut leaps towards the target enemy units and then slashes the target and other nearby enemy units at an increased attack rate. Juggernaut is invulnerable for the duration, and, and these are upgrades from a certain item called Aghanim Scepter and Aghanim Shard. The second one I chose is Mars. Mars is not one of my favorite heroes, but he is pretty fun to play with. Mars. The warrior deity Mars thrives in the heart of strife, guarded by the bulk of a deadly shield as he skewers enemies with his legendary spear. He revels in facing opponents in an arena ringed with loyal spearmen, who guarantee that no one escapes and that whatever odds he is facing, the god of war can dictate the terms of battle, knowing the crowd is forever on his side. Of course, the hero has also 4 abilities. The first ability is called Spear of Mars. Mars throws his legendary spear with deadly precision, damaging each unit of it strikes. The first enemy hero it hits is skewered on the spear, pushing it back. If a skewered hero it hits a tree, building, or a cliff, they will be impaled to it and be stunned. The second is God's Rebuke. Mars smashes enemies in front of him with his shield, knocking them back and damaging them with a critical hit based on his attack. Bonus damage is added when hitting hero. Has True Strike. True Strike means it can hit even though it has evasion. Third is Bulwark. Mars wields his massive shield to block a portion of each physical attack when it hit from the front side or sides. Can be toggled, removing Mars' ability to attack and locking the direction he is facing. When active, reduces movement speed and redirects 70% of the attack projectiles aimed at Mars allies towards Mars instead. And the last is for his ultimate is called Arena of Blood. After a short formation time, Mars summons an arena lined with the undead warriors of the Ash Legion, who block enemy attacks and movement. Enemy heroes near the inside edge of the arena will be attacked by spears, dealing damage and knocking them back. Also, these heroes has Aghanim Scepter and Aghanim Shard upgrade. This one is called Sniper. As the name suggests, he is a ranged hero with skills fit for a sniper. Sniper. Death from a distance is Sniper's specialty. He keeps his enemies on their toes with a steady barrage of firepower, and then, when the time is right, he picks them off with a kill shot. Ability details. First skill, Shrapnel. Consumes a charge to launch a ball of shrapnel that showers the target area in explosive pellets. Enemies are subject to damage and slowed movement. Reveals the targeted area. Shrapnel charges restore every 35 seconds. Headshot. Sniper increases his accuracy, giving him a chance to deal extra damage and knock back his enemies. Headshots briefly slow enemy movement and attack speed by negative 100%. Take aim. Extends the attack range of Sniper's rifle. Can be activated to provide 100% headshot chance. Slows you by 45% for the duration. And lastly, the ultimate. Assassinate. Sniper locks onto a target enemy unit and, after a short aiming duration, fires a devastating shot that deals damage at long range and mini-stuns the target. And also, Aghanim Shard and Scepter. Rubik. Rubik is one of my favorite heroes to play with, and also very fun to use because of his ultimate skill. Rubik steals the spells of his enemies to use against them, always seeking a new spell to steal. Rubik is ever eager to turn an enemy's most unique advantage against them, snatching his enemies into the air to fling them where he will. He has no trouble sowing chaos among careless foes. Ability. Telekinesis. Rubik uses his telekinetic powers to lift the enemy into the air briefly and then hurls them back at the ground. The unit lands on the ground with such force that it stuns nearby enemies. Fade Bolt. Ruby creates a powerful stream of arcane energy that travels between enemy units, dealing damage and reducing their attack damage. Each jump deals less damage. Third is Arcane Supremacy. Rubik's mastery of the arcane allows him to have a larger cast range and increased potency. Potency here means better damage, or have higher damage than the original spell he steals. Spell Steal. Rubik studies the trace magical essence upon one enemy hero. Learning the secrets of the last spell the hero casts, Rubik can use the spell as its own for several minutes or until he dies, and stolen spells last longer on enemies. Of course, Shard. Philippine. Spell Steal. Last but not the least, Faceless Void. Faceless Void is literally one of the best heroes in Dota, if you use him wisely. Time is everything to Faceless Void. He speeds time to dash between locations. He manipulates it to dodge attacks, stop it in a large area to devastate his foes, and given enough of it to gather resources, he can make himself unbelievably powerful. First skill, Time Walk. Rushes to a target location while backtracking any damage taken from the last 2 seconds. Time Dilation. This is void traps all nearby enemies in a time dilation field for 8 seconds, extending their cooldowns and slowing their movements and attack speed by 10%. For each cooldown extended, deals bonus damage per second for each cooldown. Third skill, Time Lock. Adds the chance for an attack to lock an enemy unit while in time while attacking it a second time. Chronosphere creates a blister in space-time, trapping all units caught in its sphere of influence and causes you to move very quickly inside it. Only faces void, and any units he controls are unaffected. Invisible enemies in the sphere will be revealed. The Shard and the Scepter. Shard. And the Avenue Scepter. What are the side effects of playing Dota 2? Well, Alex here is gonna answer that question for you.
The good side effect of playing Dota are that you gain fame if you are good at the game, and you also receive money from sponsors or winning a tournament.
The negative side effects of playing Dota are that you don't learn to manage your time properly. At one point, even your dreams will be based on the game. If you cannot control yourself and get addicted, you will lose friends, and your social credit will go down. Now, is it worth it to play Dota?
Yes, it is worth your time to learn Dota if you like MOBA with a heavier emphasis on teamwork and strategy. You can be competitive or just be a casual player. There are a lot of people who play Dota for fun and some for money.
If you are going to play Dota, are you gonna play it for fun or for the income?